Trio, you know, it is his most played, was his most played for summer. They are going to lock it in, and that is going to put a lot of pressure on Eddie to be the carry. That is the damage source. This is for Beef Balls and Yunara.
Drive-by autos one of the minions. Elioya leaving the bot side Scuttlecrab to go and try and fight towards the top side. Alvaro trading in here with the Unbreakable. There's the stun onto Taki. Taki pops the heal afterwards though, and Super's down to half HP. Concussive Blow's almost procced as Histo dives in. Elioya looking for the trade onto him. Chomp, chomp, chomp goes the Trundle. Dyer stepping forward down to 200. Gets the taunt, but gets smacked across the head with a club. Histo
have like crazy mechanics, but that was a really good Trundle play right there.
He does have one mechanic that's going well, but Taki the bottom side now.
Away. The Gatling gun though hitting him in the bush, and Super gets the third on the board for MCOY. Dyer. Histo is on his way across as well. Taki looking for the engage here as the Arc of Judgment comes out from Eddie for a little bit of a slurkle. Hero's entrance onto the back line. Elioya doesn't have flash and he's alone in the back of the pit. The exhaust on Dyer is enough though. Shockwave coming out is going to catch up to Taki. Elioya already down as they look for a bit more of a trade, but Alvaro is now stuck by himself in the pit. Another slurkle, a flash from Eddie. It's going to be 2 for the Whales.
The best part about Team Secret Whales, they do not sit on losses. They will fight their way out, and they're still fighting.
Super in the shop instead of watching his screen as Histo collapses on him, stops his reset, but Super underneath the tower here should be able to go away. Histo looking for the flag and drag. He gets him, he gets the shield, and he gets out!
Formation of the vision, EQs in, nobody punishes, and looks like he gets out of Grubs as well with 2 of them in tow, so they get the objective credit. In addition, they were the first ones to the, MKOI was actually the first ones to the first 3 kills, so they have that feats credit.
That they do. We'll be fighting over the next couple of objectives for these teams, or the first tower for MCOY if they're able to secure that. I was saying, the saying in the Vietnamese community about Team Secret Whales is Alvaro looks for Taki here. As Taki flashes in immediately for the engage, Histo is coming around the corner looking for the follow-up. Super locked up, there's the Cataclysm. Lock him in the cage, it's 1, they're looking for 2. Alvaro has no escape, and Eddie is shredding MCOY.
Pressure on towards turret plates, and these observers feel like they're toying with us. I think Histo's here.
Histo going in with a flag and drag once again. Glacial Fisher out from Alvaro, stands beside his teammate while the public execution goes down to the top side. Alvaro's going to fall. Mirwin looking for the damage onto Pun because Elioya's in the area. Does have that subjugate.
On the other side, because MCOY want to dive.
Yeah, they're going to go underneath the tower here.
Tower Dragon exchanged for it for Team Secret Whales. Pun flashing away there.
Up the top. This is where this game, sure, you've got great scaling.
Eddie's just going in, pops the ultimate, and Super's just dead! Eddie on a killing spree. Walks across from the side, Hero down to about 5,000. Taki gets a knock-up on both. Alvaro jumped on Super trying to get away, but he's dead where he stands. Alvaro in that redemption. Herald still the target. Elioya will smite it and secure it. Now needs to get out of the back of the pit. Does have the flash, but he's knocked up. Will flash into the tri-bush. Histo still on the chase with Eddie diving in. It's another, but Eddie as MCOY are rattled.
Histo and Eddie are just the Bash brothers in this game, destroying MCOY. I mean, yeah, they lost the Rift Herald, but they're going to chase down even more kills.
Dive in, Histo with the flag and drag. Alvaro able to stand beside his teammate. Taki goes in with the knock-up, Unbreakable down as well. They still have the shockwave, but Eddie finds another. Jojo dies where he stands, gets 1 in response, but Team Secret Whales are ruling the Rift.
Taki with the honorable death there sets up Team Secret Whales for more kills for the tower and start this game.
Continue to push for these extra kills and snowball the lead. They're even going to get some outer towers in trade. Dragon as well keep the tower alive for now.
Going back in here with the taunt. The chase continues for Alvaro and Jojo.
Allow MCOY to shift just as quickly back and forth.
Taki caught out as the rest of his team backs. He's going to pop that Unbreakable wing, goes in with a headbutt pulverize. Eddie trying to come in from the side as well. Super needs that redemption. Cataclysm flashed away from as the hero's entrance comes down. Mirwin flashing away from his own TP. Pun now on the front line. Jumps straight into Alvaro, who's trying to protect his Ambessa. The concussive blows. The shockwave finds 3. Jojo trying to turn Team Secret Whales into poutine, but he can't quite do it. Pun falls. 2 for Jojo now as Super walks underneath his tower and does manage to get away. Meanwhile, on the top side, Arakan, MCOY's next prize.
MCOY finally found the fight that they needed.
Really making that big threat.
Especially if you can lane into Pun on this Scion. He's got basically no magic. It's just the Aegis sitting there, no Merc Treads as Mirwin's engaged on. Redemption coming out. Mirwin looking for the fight here onto his toe. Taki going in with the headbutt pulverize, and there's the TP follow-up. Mirwin was isolated from the rest of his team. Team Secret Wales turn their attentions towards the top side. Exhaust down onto Dire, ball put in the middle of them, but no shockwave. Another Winter's Bite coming out from Alvaro just for the slow. MKOI want to fight this, but Taki's in prime position for this flank. Jojo will be able to spot him out with Elioya. Taki goes in, but the rest of his team not on the same page. And Alistair ticking down the missile just short of catching his backside. Pun now the target, stunned up with those concussive blows. Shockwave finds Eddie. Hero's entrance coming down for the magic damage shield as the chase continues. Jojo's going to kill off Pun, but he's going to use the zombie form to keep everyone else away from Elioya. Elioya falls. It's a great fight for Team Secret Wales.
Team Secret Wales are using the terrain. Part of these engagements, how dangerous that Team Secret Wales bounce house is. As soon as you get caught by one, it's knock up after knock up after knock up. So you have to be so careful on MKOI's side as to who is actually going to face check a lot of these brushes, because you don't actually have someone that's particularly tanky. Like your Braum has a redemption. Sure, he can throw up the shield, but he will get taken down. I think that's what
Team Secret Wales, as you say, going down quite quickly, but Histo is here. Alro gets the Winter's Bite. 5,000 now on the Artican. Pun with the Decimating Smash just to force MKOI up towards this top side. Redemption coming out. Mirwin looking for a flank of his own. Eddie has his flash though, so it's going to be very difficult to get onto him. Unstoppable Onslaught used. Alro with the Glacial Fissure. There's the Artican secured by Histo. Pun still on that front line, and MKOI all grouped up for the Cataclysm. And here comes your hero! Dire dives in, lands the taunt, and MKOI are shredded. Mirwin on the back line, but Team Secret Wales wrap around him like piranhas to get a couple more as the fight continues. And they should be able to get it with super low. TSW push in and will crack through that mid-tier 1. See MKOI taking their time to try and deny as much vision here as possible. Histo steps in, goes in with the Cataclysm. Unstoppable Onslaught blocked by the walls. Jojo, though, caught out as Alvaro tries to protect his mid laner. Hero's entrance in by Dire, who TP behind them. The Shockwave not connecting as Team Secret Wales already found one in the fight. Histo looking for a little bit more. There's the second. Eddie's going to get a double. There's Soul for them, and probably Baron alongside it.
They win the critical fight here. TSW, they walk in, and they take everything from MKOI.
Elioya chased out. They want to take him out just so that he can't contest this Baron. The Soul will be Team Secret Wales. 30 minutes in, 4.5K ahead. A Cloud Soul
does not work.
Histo flashing the white flag here as they're going to claim the Baron. We said these were the moments they're going to have to nail, and they nailed it. Histo himself, he targeted Supa and pushed Supa kind of up.
You wanted to face off against CFO, but they can't even get through the first part of LCP to get to the raid boss on the other side as Team Secret Wales stepping forward now. They want to go for this bot lane turret and then deny access from MKOI to that structure.
They'll be able to do it. Team Secret Wales tossing the eyes, crossing the T's. Histo dives in a little deep.
For MKOI to find that fight.
Yeah, that's why it's so critical for TSW to get the Baron buff. This allows them to just destroy these towers without a lot of effort.
Pillar goes down on Sucky, he's down to half HP. Histo going in as well. The tower is going to fall. Unstoppable Onslaught will find the knockup onto Elioya. Chase comes in with the Hero's entrance. Jojo pinned the target. He manages to flash out. Taki going back in for the re-engage. Eddie goes legendary as Team Secret Wales just slowly roll their way through the MKOI base.
There's just nothing MKOI can do. Team Secret Wales, the beefcakes are out in full force, and it's Supa who's already at half HP.
Yeah, Eddie is just untouched on this backline. Histo still has the Guardian Angel. He's going to dive forward once again. Pun goes down underneath the towers, but he's actually still alive somehow as Dire dives back in with the Justice Punch. Supa forced away towards the top side. Eddie still standing. Elioya and Supa trying to defend against the Team Secret Wales here. And they might be able to do it with the Baron falling off. Reset's going to come out from Dire. He does have his teleport. Eddie's flash about to come off. Cooldown has the barrier as well. Supa pots a barrier of his own. The pillar goes down. Eddie out of tower range just in time as Dire now TP's back in. Alvaro's going to come back from the fountain. Supa trying to heal up before his Nexus towers go down. The Unbreakable used to block the shots. Justice Punch in with the taunt. Supa coming in with the Gatling gun, but he can't get onto that backline. Eddie is low. MKOI know it. They have to kill this AD carry, but they just can't get through.
Team Secret Wales don't die!
Team Secret Wales. It's beautiful from TSW. Elioya, the last man standing, but Eddie kites him like an absolute madman. TSW 1-0 up.
What a game here from TSW. We thought it would
be bursted down by Team Secret Wales. See, and there's the tank, there's the Ornn, gives you a bit of long-range engage as well. Follow-up for the Rakan if he goes in, or even initiation with that call of the Forge God. And gives you okay scaling. Mirwin beginning to back off, has popped a potion. As that Doran shield as well, while in the mid lane, the catch! It's Kiana with Burst Blood, Elioya will get it, the dive on the bot side, it's enough! Great tanking from Taki with the cannon, good go for the Razor. Instead going towards that mid lane, Jojo doesn't have the flash, Dyer doesn't have one either, he's still looking for the Q3 knock-up here, we'll be able to get the chase continues with that Rune Prison, an overload, an auto needed, Histo takes it, red buff, the buff that secures it there for Team Secret
fights, and that's realistically what you're trying to wait on for this jungler, so then you can actually be a focus in these fights. Jojo still trying to get trade against Dyer, but Team Secret Wales push on top, happily taking these void grubs with a little contest coming through here.
This is so big for TSW. If you get all three, I mean, the split push with the Rise later on is going to be
in that later portion of the game as well, but still they're getting so much gold.
Call of the Forge got used by Mirwin just to clear out the wave here. Doesn't kill off all the minions though, there's a couple of casters still there. Histo diving in onto Mirwin, who does have the flash. Ace in the hole is going to connect onto him, and Histo looks for the chase. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Pun surviving. There's no dive materializes for MCOY. A kill, and what will be a tower for Team Secret Wales on the top side.
Patience from Histo on the knock-up was crucial there. Waited for the Bellows Breath to come in when Mirwin trying to time it, and ends up catching him the second that Flame Breath is gone. And now Eddie, we talked about it, this pushing Caitlyn with those 3 void grubs getting work done in the side lanes.
Meanwhile, Pun on the bottom side, nice job from him. He's got his Black Cleaver done, so Renekton can continue to get the early push.
Pun with a 2-level lead over Mirwin, pops the Dominus and looks for the chase. Slice and dice forward, Mirwin having to use the flash to get away. Do it, Pun! Carl the weak! Pun finds it, now he's going to get collapsed on by the rest of MCOY with a TP coming in, but they have to invest so much to kill off this Croc.
It's about sending that message. Try and trap you after you go for your kill. There will be further payment across the map, and this is solo tower gold to a Rise.
Take a minute away. Let's see if Team Secret Wales want to go for that. I expect this herald to be used around the mid-tier 1 just to crack open
this game. They want to play side lanes here and then index heavily into gold. MCOY, as you say, are going to be able to pick up number 2.
Wales over the last couple of days. Their willingness to step back on a side lane. Dyer now beginning to step back up as he tries to clear out the wave. Elioya waited. Miasma down. Petrifying Gaze coming out as well. This is Supreme His talent, and that's a caster curse if I've ever heard one. TP comes out from Pun, but his mid lane is already dead. Alvaro trying to get away. Cleanses
on the opposite side of the map from the Otacon. So keep the split push up. He's got his teleport. They can threaten trap plays.
So jumps onto Alvaro. Elioya on that front line. TP coming behind from the Rise here. Crescent Guard, super display of talent coming out as well as Histo dives onto Alvaro. Pop Blossom not finding anyone. A 3-man Petrifying Gaze as Jojo begins to turn on the Twin Fangs. Dyer on the flank. MCOY 5v4 in their favor as Dyer begins to walk away with that phase rush. Super having to flash out. Call of the Forge God coming out as well. Ace in the hole. Not blocked. Super down. The sniper finds his man as Eddie gets 1. But Team Secret Wales have lost 2 in the fight. 3 so far, in fact, as we see Pun falling. Elioya, Alvaro, and Jojo on the chase. Dyer all on his lonesome, caught out by MCOY. They'll find a 4-for-1 somehow.
And now they will get the Otacon. MCOY fight their way out of it. TSW, they called their play. They teleport the Rise in, but MCOY fight it out through the river, and they're going to get the rewards.
And this is where it's now terrifying, because MCOY are winning fights, and they've got the dragons, but it's this play as Taki tries to go for the setup here, but Elioya ends up getting the play. Now watch Jojo, as Team Secret Wales goes for the turn, gets this huge flash, Petrifying Gaze, which prevents Team Secret Wales from doing anything. Eddie's now too low to really follow up, and even though it's Dyer and Pun on the flanks, sure, they end up picking off Supa thanks to long-range Caitlyn ultimate, but Jojo is running amok.
Those are empowered pedals.
The one thing, though, is that at least Team Secret Wales, as we were watching the replay, did get the dragons. So
5 minutes, their team fight is insane. Their ability to pick you off.
Elioya jumping in with the audacity. Dyer's going to try and get out with the Realm Whip here, but the quickness and the miasma for the grounded effect. MCOY find their man in the side lane with the TP coming in the way.
But MCOY end up getting the kill and a summoner spell from Pun as well. That is perfect now. Taki and Eddie.
Force God onto Eddie. Super, look at the Essence block. The knock-up coming in as well as Super and Mirwin team up to take down the cake. A step forward here. Mirwin waiting for him. Gets the knock-up. Miasma down as well. No slice, no dice. Ooh. And there's the Petrifying Gaze. Pun stares into the eyes of Jojo. Wales have given up the Ghost on the Baron. Instead, they'll try and take a tier 2 on the bot side, and they should be able to secure it with Eddie coming across to help out Dyer.
I like this response from Supa. It doesn't actually go towards the Baron. Instead, he goes towards the top turret, answering tit for tat plus the Baron now in favor of MCOY. And this is exactly what they need to just keep this ball rolling 50 seconds until that potential third dragon for MKOI.
Redemption used by Alvaro as well to try and keep people around. You can see MKOI are just looking for the knockups. Oh, Realm Warp avoids the call of the Forge Corp, but MKOI still have 3 players in that mid lane. We'll take another tier 2 off this push.
And what far do they want to chase, though? You can see Alvaro is still looking to interrupt these resets, and Jojo and Elyoya could also try and collapse onto the bottom side.
Eddie's still here. He's still trying to get onto Super. Doesn't really have the defenses. Jojo stepping forward with that miasma once again. The Crescent Guard down TP coming out as Mirwin looks to help out his team. Supreme Decided Talent not going to get any stuns. Team Secret Wales on the back foot. The Mystic Shot's not enough to take down Pun, but now with the tower pushing in, with the minions pushing into the tower, in fact, that will be an inhibitor tower in the mid lane. Eddie trying to flank, not something you often see a Caitlyn do. Looking for the hunt, Elyoya chases in and Eddie gets him! The shutdown, Elyoya tried to make a fancy play with his flash. Now a TP behind by Team Secret Wales.
It's going absolutely disastrously for MKOI. Team Secret Wales, they're turning into sharks as they're seeking and hunting for MKOI. But the mistakes were there, and now Super
washes in the Mystic Shot wide as Ezzy dances away from it. In the end, Team Secret Wales will just settle for the Drake.
Oh man, Eddie is the TSW hope. This guy is sitting MKOI down and keeping TSW in the game. That as well. Now, we're seeing them push top again. We've got Renekton with teleport ready, and Pun is trying to split push.
Quickness, supreme display of talent, and the true shot barrage is a 2-shot barrage. As MKOI find a couple of kills, they're going to chase onto Eddie as well, who's able to avoid the edge of the knock-up there from MKOI. Realm Warp out by Dire. Looking to try and get someone to that backline. Pun needs to get back quickly because MKOI are knocking on the Nexus to even out this series.
Yeah, is that going to be it? With the Baron buff, MKOI can push in.
There's so little left here for Team Secret Wales. MKOI see their moment to push us to game number 3.
Pun, Dire, and Eddie. Dire straits for them in this game. Can they defend? Pun goes in, dodges away with the slice and the dice. Pun chipped away at an MKOI. Are going to back away. 12 seconds on Histo. Taki back up. Makes it a 4v5 in MKOI's favor, but it will just turn their attentions back towards... You can see MKOI actually delaying this. Mirwin waiting to get those last hits on the opposing minions, so the bot wave and the mid waves line up with it properly. Pun trying to defend, but he backs away. The inhibitor tower will go down. MKOI doing this by the numbers. 3 inhibitor towers, 3 inhibitors, and now a last chance defense for Team Secret Wales.
They're trying desperately here.
Begun by MKOI, and as soon as you see Dire stopping his recall on the bot side, you know Team Secret Wales are not going to challenge for this. MKOI get the Baron
for MKOI.
Oh, I'm surprised you put the 4 MKOI in there.
Yeah, I was like,
it could do. You never know as MKOI push in with these super minions. Team Secret Wales trying to defend. Flash, Petrifying Gaze into the Quickness Crescent Guard with a good knockback out. The Pop Blossom coming out as well, but Histo's already down. And MKOI all still incredibly healthy. Elyoya diving in for a triple to his name. Pun on the fountain will find one. A quadra. In fact, Super gets the last. But MKOI will even out the series 1-1.
MKOI found the fights that they need.
The pack just to eviscerate away at a hover of the LeBlanc, but it's going to be RE for Jojo Pun, something he's so experienced on.
Yeah, that's what we were mentioning, because the ult buff on the patch as well. We're maybe seeing, thinking of seeing a little bit more of it.
On opposite sides of the map should both just take their own scuttlecraft.
Mirwin does have to be careful about how aggressive he trades here, because there is a jungler on this top side of the map, and that wave will crash. And I think this is the signal for Histo to go. But
Mirwin going in, look for the 1v1, and Topos goes in with the Pathmaker and just claps him! Smacks him between his and Topos. Histo will get one in response. In the end, Team Secret Wales will be happy with the extra assist goal.
The biggest issue here, and we're still going to get the return.
Mirwin is level 6, has his flash, as does Hero, both of them holding on to it from that first fight. Histo looking for the flank position. Shock Blast going to hit onto this Cassante. Histo going in. Mirwin forces him away. Volt Breaker out with the plate over to Hero as MKOI secure the Drake.
In its entirety, even getting this Scuttlecraft on that top side, but bot lane.
The dive in with the Zenith Blade. Blade Caller coming out from Super to get the root onto Eddie. Heal was used by Taki in exchange for the cleanse from Super. Taki still looking for a little bit more here as he goes forward with the Oracles, just forcing Super and Alvaro away. Meanwhile, on the top side, Dire looking for the dive. Another Zenith Blade onto Alvaro, but Elyoya's on his way. Doesn't have the 6 yet. Alvaro flashing away. Cleanse flash out by Taki with the dive in with the Eviscerate. Meanwhile, on the top side, Histo and Dire look for more. Taki low, gets away. No! Elyoya gets him in the end. Super just surviving. Mirwin down to 300 HP as the dive materializes for Team Secret Wales. Mirwin looking for that all out. Pops the Pathmaker into the Vault Breaker. Hero flashes in, will tank 2 tower shots though, and he's slain by the tower. Mirwin
They end
unable.
up giving that kill across, so it could have been a bigger win for Team Secret Wales if the bot lane had just kind of played it passively.
Yeah, Supa barely living too there on the edge.
Mirwin going all out. Hero doesn't have flash, and Mirwin's just going to chase him down with the Intopos. Gets it after the Q3. Zenith play from Tucky missing.
Consistently seems to be able to find these moments where he can find the solo kill, get massive tempo leads for himself, and open up windows crucially for MCOY to find success in side lanes, even after he's just gone down. And now Histo, happy that he's able to pick up at least 2 of those point runs.
Takes 2 of the grubs, could have taken 3, but decides to leave the 3rd one as Elioya.
As Histo will now return to finish the work that he started earlier.
Nice interrupt there from Alvaro, but Mirwin backing right the way off, making sure he's not going to be under any threat on that top side. And it will be MCOY able to pick up the objective with no real answer from Team Secret Wales.
Okay.
Histo jumping across the wall here. Alvaro could look for an engage into Shadowing Strike, and he'll use it. Flash Shadowing Strike into the Charm. Cease and desist used perfectly to buffer out of that Charm. Bolt Breaker out as well. Perfectly played by Histo, but there still might be too many MCOY members surrounding him and getting the kill. TP in by Taki, no mana at the moment on Jojo. Accelerated shot blast coming out from Hero as they go in with a Hound's Pursuit. And now this Jace is in the middle of MCOY. Alvaro using that Magnustorm into a great crash down, but Dire's here to bolster the defenses. Super coming across from the side. Alvaro falling low, will be taken out by a Weirding. Hero able to escape. Taki going back in with the Zenith Blade. Super flashing forward with the Blade Caller, but now the rest of his team are nowhere to be found. Team Secret Wales find 2.
Eddie arrives. Eddie.
Tante is still in base, so more members of Team Secret Wales can jump in the mid lane.
Jojo caught out, doesn't have the flash, no Spirit Rush for him either, and Eddie gets his 2nd. Alvaro. So, MCOY much more likely to play down towards this bottom side, give up the top side pressure, and you can see Elioya coming across. There's the TP in, Redemption already onto Hero, Hound's Pursuit coming down as well as Mirwin looks for the Q3, but Hero's topped up by that Redemption, still taken out by Jojo, who came in with that teleport. Dire hit.
Plays for themselves. You see in the aftermath as well, important to lay behind the super deep warding. Right now, Alvaro is lighting up this red
Hold
quadrant.
in their favor and see if they can find picks rather than going toe-to-toe in the team fights.
Smart play from Hero just to back away from that tower. Knew that Alvaro was in the area, could kind of expect that Elioya was in the area. Team Secret Wales should be able to take the first tower. No wave here for MCOY. Means that TSW will get that first turret on the board.
Okay, it's gonna come down to the last objective then.
Yep. Next Drake, 20 seconds away. And at the moment, MCOY not in the position to really fight around it. You can see MCOY trying to deny as many of these minions as possible. They're letting the towers hit them before they are felled by Jojo in the end. Now Jojo...
Yeah, and they're kind of fishing around the jungle as well. Taki here, pretty tanky on Leona, trying to deny like big cross-map play. MCOY in the end get a couple of jungle camps, and
Shadowing Strike, immediately they dive onto Taki, and the Eclipse is not enough to save him! The Redemption not down in time, he does land the Solar Flare, Spirit Rush, dive in with the killing streak from Eddie as well, but Elioya's on the chase, trying to take down that Kaza, and the Darking Daggers will be enough! The Hounds of Hell from Elioya for the double! MCOY collapse!
Alvaro consistently interrupted the follow-up from Team Secret Wales as the pick on Taki that might have just blown this game open in favor of MCOY.
huge error from TSW. Why did they dive in on that after Taki got caught by ultimate and Kaza ultimate? You saw on Jojo's Ahri and really put the threat of further picks onto TSW, get right back on track for that dragon stacking, only 2.5 minutes away from the arrival.
Escape tool as well. Riftel will be able to get that charge in. Mirwin here to defend, but he can't do anything about Riftheld actually managing to...
And also,
Oh, you're saying Cassante.
yeah! This, like, what target do you dive?
That's what they're going to go for, and MCOY actually pushing Dire out of his blue side jungle. The Archon already down to 8,000 HP as MCOY look to see if the fight is viable. Mirwin on the flank, Redemption coming down. Alvaro with a 3-man Magnustorm, and it's Super that takes the Archon. Pop goes the Vi, and the rest of his team follows suit. MCOY looking for vengeance against the LCP as they take down 4. Dire unallowed to escape. It's an ace for MCOY.
Movistar call.
The aggro Redemption. Jojo with the charm onto Dire. Should be able to jump out of this. Will go across the veil, try to get back towards his tower, but the tower isn't even safe as Jojo just
go out fighting.
And it's 2.5 minutes until that's all they need is.
Flash forward into the cease and desist, and they find Super! A perfect play by Team Secret Wales. Dyer still in base, doesn't have TP. He's running as fast as his legs can carry him to join his team. Currently a 4v4 as Alvaro looks for the flank position. Elioya going in with the Darking Daggers. Dyer trying to flank from the bottom side of the fight. Alvaro's here though. Crash down, Magnusson finds two, hand pursuit in. Elioya's already killed off the enemy jungler, and Eddie is next on the menu. These hounds are hungry, and the pursuit goes on to Taki. A triple for Elioya.
The captain
of 8,000 gold ahead. They will secure the Baron. They have two waves pushing in. For Team Secret Wales, the shot is another catch.
And of course, you're still in a tough situation.
As Jojo maybe called out a little bit. TP is coming in from Team Secret Wales. Histo still looking for that cease and desist. Volt breaker forward. The charm will stop in. TP behind as well by Mirwin. Jojo Pion's going to be the first target. Solar Player's going to follow up. Mirwin looking for that flank TP. Jojo will fall first. The shutdown goes over to Taki, but Elioya's on that backline once again. It's Histo and Taki trying to survive through Elioya. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Dyer just gets assassinated by Super and Mirwin. Taki trying to get away from Elioya, but he continues to chase forward with that call of the pack, and Taki's done for. Hero, full HP, wasn't really in this battle at all. MCOY will take 3, only losing their mid laner.
Team Secret Wales will find the Ari, but Jose Pion has already done his job for MKOI. He has been fantastic all series long, and he bought enough time for MKOI to jump down to that bottom side, get the kills, and now it's Mountain Soul for an already beefy MKOI.
Another fight, another bunch of gold for MCOY, and they're going to lay destruction to the towers afterwards.
Here we're diving in with the all-out onto Hero, who's just deleted by the feathers. Super at that 3-item point on this Xayah. Histo trying to steal away everything he can, trying to get any gold in his back pockets, but currently 12,000 gold advantage for MCOY as they push through the bot side.
They're going to continue to keep up this pressure. The split push is incredibly strong right now with this Baron buff, and Team Secret Wales are spread thin. I honestly don't know how they get through Mirwin at this stage.
They're still going to jump onto Elioya, who does tank a couple of tower shots. He dives back in with that Eviscerate, but with the minions pushing in, Mirwin pushing through the bot side, Jojo about to join the rest of his team, and with Baron buff remaining for the next 50 seconds, this Red Bull Baron power play may include a 50 gold Nexus.
MCOY about to lay final siege to the Nexus turrets, and here comes the team.
Histo looking for that engage, the Magnus Storm from Alvaro diving in, Spirit Rush from Jojo just to escape. Histo down first. Taki the next target for MKOI. Super trading with Dyer, who just gets back to the fountain in time. Meanwhile, Eddie doing everything he can, but he just can't survive through the wallet dip. It's vengeance for MKOI. They take down the LCP, and they go to 2-2.
MKOI find themselves